All right, getting this on a little bit late on this Thursday evening. Hey everyone, it's Weather for Weather Geeks. I've been besieged by technical difficulties with my recording software this evening, but I think I have it figured out. All right, welcome to August. It was a nice start to the final month of meteorological summer today. Let's talk a little bit about some stats here in August. And one thing that we notice for sure as we go into the 8th month of the year, our averages start sliding back. That process actually began in late July when our average ticked down from 82 to 81. We'll stay around 81 for the next 10 days. And then by the 15th, we're down to 80, and we'll lose 2 more degrees off those average highs by the end of the month. And of course, the same goes for our average lows in August. All right, and it's getting noticeable now, I think, especially in the evening hours, that our days are getting shorter. We're down to 14 hours and 21 minutes worth of daylight now compared to 15 hours and 8 minutes at the start of summer. So we've lost, about 47 minutes worth of daylight. By September 1st, we'll lose another hour and 15 minutes. So we're going to lose quite a bit of daylight over the next month. And, we're heading into the time of the year that we like to call solar autumn. That's the 3 months of the year in which we lose daylight at the most rapid pace. We're losing about 2 minutes and change right now, but from August 8th through the first week of November, that's when we lose it at the fastest rate, peaking at about 2 minutes and I think it's 42 seconds per day during the peak of solar autumn. So yes, the days are getting shorter, and it'll really become noticeable later this month and into autumn. All right, so far we're 2/3 of the way through meteorological summer. Of course, it's been a warmer than average summer, but much like last year, I kind of showed you the same graphic at about this time last year, and it's kind of a similar theme. The overnight lows are outpacing the daytime highs as far as departures from average. Overnight lows here in the summer season are running about 2.3 degrees warmer than average, the highs at 1.4. And this is a trend in recent years, not only during the summer, but in other times of the year as well. We're getting warmer just in general, but the overnight lows tend to be getting warmer at a faster rate than the daytime highs. Some speculation about that, some theories, one of which is that a warming atmosphere holds more water vapor, and the more water vapor there is in the atmosphere, the less efficient the lower atmosphere is at cooling itself off, resulting in warmer nights, especially in the summer season. So, when it's more humid, it doesn't get as cool at night, and so that's one of the reasons why we're likely seeing kind of those overnight lows outpacing the daytime highs as far as numbers compared to average. All right, so far through 7 months in 2019, we've had 2 daily record highs. Those were both back in February. We've had no record lows. I think this is a pretty interesting look at the last 10 years. Record highs are outpacing record lows easily. In 2013, 14, and 15, we actually did have more record lows than record highs, but that's kind of an anomaly those 3 years. Every other year, we've had 0, 1, or 2 record lows per year. Some pretty slim numbers. 13, 14, and 15, definitely the exceptions when you look at this. So, it's been a warmer than average 2019, but we haven't had a lot of extremes just yet this year. All right, first day of August today, it was a warm one. It outpaced our forecast a little bit. Our forecast was 82. We'd actually did 3 warmer than that today at 85 this afternoon. A fairly seasonable 62 to kick off the day. The records on the first day of August back in 1933 was 96, and more recently in 1998, the record low was a crisp 46 degrees, autumnal, back on this date 21 years ago. All right, we had another foggy start to the day in parts of the valley this morning, including around the Niles area. The fog actually got kind of thick for a while, and then the fog lifted, and it was a beautiful afternoon. Unlike the last couple of days, we did not have any thunderstorms to keep track of this afternoon. It was high and dry, and just a very pleasant start to the month of August. All right, August really begins what I kind of consider to be our quietest 3-month stretch of the year weather-wise. August, September, October, 3 of our more benign months usually weather-wise. Late summer, early fall tends to feature a lack of severe weather around here, and of course it's way too early to be talking about much winter weather. In July, the highest tornado risk areas are roughly from the eastern seaboard back through our area, back into the upper Midwest and the Plain States. In August, kind of the same idea, although in our area we tend to see really a downtick in overall severe weather, including tornado risks, as we head into the final stages of summer. Of course, severe weather can occur in August and September, but it's much less likely than in May, June, and parts of July. Across the country this evening, there's not a lot going on, and I'm going to say that several times, I think, in August. Unless the tropics are busy, the weather across the lower 48 states tends to be more benign in August than it is in spring and early summer. Severe weather a possibility along the front range of the Rockies this evening. Our weather dominated by high pressure tomorrow, although I have inserted a 20% chance of a pop-up shower or storm tomorrow afternoon. The model's just, spitting out a little precipitation here. I don't think it's going to be much, but if you're unlucky tomorrow, you might get a 5 or 10 minute shower. No big deal. All right, Saturday, a dry day to kick off the weekend. And then this weak little front comes through with no fanfare Saturday night and early Sunday. What it will do is just kind of refresh our air mass a little bit on Sunday, keeping the dew points pretty low as we wrap up the weekend. So those dew points staying mostly in the upper 50s to around 60 through the weekend. Now, the humidity will become a story, I think, as we head into the first half of next week, and with that, increasing chances for some showers and storms by midweek. But looking at the longer range models, this is the 8 to 14 day outlook put out by the Climate Prediction Center, and I think they have the right idea here looking at the latest long range models. There's going to be pushes of cooler than average air once we get done with the middle of next week. It looks pretty warm through the middle of next week, but after that, some pushes of cooler than average air will be pretty common, I think, as we go into that second week of August. So I really, and I've said this a few times recently, I just don't see a lot of high heat coming our way during the first half of August. I am fairly confident at this point, though, that late August, early September, will be a pretty warm period across our region, whether it's enough to squeeze out 90-degree days. Too early to say. We certainly had that last year. It was real hot at times, late last August into early September. Actually, it stayed really warm all the way through the first week of October last year. Summer really didn't break last year until about October the 10th. Once it broke, the rest of October was pretty cool, if you remember, but it stayed pretty summery all the way through the first week to 10 days of October. All right, thanks for watching tonight's Weather for Weather Geeks, and look for my updated forecast tonight on 21 News at 11. Have a great Thursday night.